Hello, welcome to the Botanical night. It is a New Year night, so now is about 25 minutes to 12, and I'm staying in the valley of Mizuo. This is west to Kyoto. Very freezing, and moon shines everywhere. December was exceptionally cold in Japan, and you can see patches of snow from time to time. But nevertheless, my story will be about oaks and acorns. So maybe you know Miyazaki Hayao animation films. My favorite is My Neighbor Totoro, Tonari no Totoro. If you know it, you probably remember that the whole plot of the story started from some acorns. So that creature which collected acorns attracted attention of children and everything started. And then Totoro himself gave some acorns to children to germinate. So for me, as a botanist, it was very interesting because these acorns are not quite similar to what I know as acorns. They kind of shorter and more round. And these are acorns of this oak. So yes, this is an oak. It is recognizable as oak today mostly by buds. So buds of oak are long, sharp, and covered with multiple scales. But also from time to time you can find among branches some tops of acorns. Actually, acorns right now in end of December, beginning of January, lays on the ground. Nevertheless, these acorns are extremely interesting because they, as I said, are short, roundish, are kind of covered with circles. So this structure will make people to think that it's not exactly oak. So leaves are unusual, acorns are a bit unusual. So botanists in the past separated this group of species in a genus of its own. So Cyclobalanopsis. So this is kind of round oaks. And this is a representative of that group of species. The Cyclobalanopsis oaks are very common in Japan, and roughly from the latitude, from the position better to say of Kyoto, they start to dominate in the forest. So like north of Kyoto, they will be mostly deciduous trees dominating, and south of Kyoto there will be more and more and more evergreens, including these round oaks. Cryptomeria, which you frequently see all around Japan towns, are not natural component. It's actually, they grow in the forest naturally, but Cryptomeria was planted a lot because the wood of Cryptomeria is very useful. Nevertheless, these oaks are main component of the forest, and if you leave it alone, like in several hundred years, I believe Cryptomerias will mostly disappear and you will see oaks. Well, oaks always attract my attention also because they have crazy way of dissemination. So they produce plenty of fruits, which are mostly filled with one giant seed, which is edible. And many animals eat these seeds. So producing seeds to eat is kind of strange, kind of crazy, because seeds are children of plants, it's young plants. So you give your children for somebody else to eat. Well, if you even forget about these emotions, just, well, if your seeds are eaten, how you will germinate? So obvious solution, of course, is to make more of them, but it's a bit silly. So why you shouldn't do something else? Like many plants produce pericarp, part of fruit which is edible, and seeds which are indigestible. So seeds will go through the system of animals who eat them, digestive system, and will germinate afterwards. Oaks are not so, they don't do it. So very interesting, and this is related with a bad memory. So bad memory of forest rodents. Well, remember another animation Chip and Dale, original one, how they collect acorns. Okay, Chip is a bit of exception, it's very smart, but Dale is okay. So these guys might easily forget, especially Dale, this might easily forget where they place their acorns. So this is a hope for the oak. Many birds and mammals will try to collect stuff for the winter because that's the main food. By the way, this Totoro-like creature collected acorns in the summer. They probably left over from the winter time. So it's very normal food. So these creatures will put them in many different places and forget. And then seeds will germinate. So basic idea of distribution of that big group of plants, like almost all members of Fagaceae family, beech family, is the bad memory. So this is circle round oak, you can say that, Cyclobalanopsis, the hero of My Neighbor Totoro animation, and also a very funny way of distribution related with bad memory. So this is my New Year botanical tale. Well, I have a long way ahead because I'm not going to catch the last train, so I should walk to Kyoto myself. Anyway, Happy New Year.